Josslyn Jacks may have had a troubled childhood on General Hospital, but now that she's a teenager, things have gotten more complicated than ever before. The character actually made her first appearance as a teenager played by actress Jamie Lee Willett in a 2009 dream sequence that inspired a pregnant Carly to name her daughter Josslyn John. John being the name shared by both her and Jacks's fathers. After the child's birth, twins McKenna and Carly Larson played Joss until 2012, followed by Sarah Johnson and Paige Oliver. Hannah Nordberg joined GH as the new Josslyn in 2014 for 8 months, and in October of 2015, the girl was aged into a teen now played by Eden McCoy. The daughter of Carly Corinthus and Jasper Jacks, Josslyn was involved in drama right from the start when the villainess Claudia Zachara held Carly hostage and she ended up helping her give birth in the cabin where she was being held prisoner. Claudia intended to keep the infant for herself, but Michael Corinthus appeared and killed her, rescuing his baby sister. As a toddler, Joss was diagnosed with kidney cancer, and Carly insisted on finding a kidney donor for a transplant rather than put the little girl through the rigors of chemotherapy. Jason and Liz's son, Jake, had just died in a hit-and-run accident, and Carly was able to persuade Liz to help save her daughter's life. Carly and Jax were afraid they were going to lose their little girl. Howard Wise/JapaStudios.com. But after Josslyn recovered, Jax and Carly's marriage hit a breaking point and they divorced. Jax pursued custody, fearing his daughter's life would be in constant danger from Carly's involvement with mob boss Sonny, but Carly received full custody after Sonny framed Jax for drug possession. Josslyn briefly became ill again when her uncle Jerry Jacks injected her with an unknown substance that later was revealed to be an inoculation against the deadly pathogen he was planning to unleash into the Port Charles water supply. Such a thoughtful uncle. After she got better, the girl made frequent visits to visit Jacks in Australia. Josslyn kicked up quite a fuss when Carly tried to marry Franco. Howard Wise/JapaStudios.com. When Joss returned to Port Charles, she was upset to find her mother dating Franco, who she believed was a dangerous psycho. The girl also developed a crush on Cameron Webber and worked to split up him and Emma Scorpio Drake with Spencer Cassidy's help. Joss was upset when her mother asked her to be the flower girl at her wedding to Franco, but delighted when they didn't end up tying the knot. Joss returned from Australia again in October of 2015 a little older and wiser and was the maid of honor at Carly's marriage to Sonny Corinthus. Joss was still worried about her mother because she was now old enough to understand exactly what Sonny does for a living. The teen was devastated when her brother, Morgan Corinthus, was killed in a car bomb, but happy when the tragedy pushed Carly away from Sonny and back into Jax's arms. Josslyn was grateful to find out where her life-saving kidney had come from. XJJohnson/JapaStudios.com. However, it was revealed that Jax had arranged to purchase Nell Benson's kidney for Josslyn back in the day. Turns out that Jake hadn't really died, so it couldn't have been his kidney she got. So a jealous Sonny had the Aussie arrested for organ trafficking and deported, so Joss lost her dad again. It was bad when Joss clashed with her mother over her relationship with Sonny and her teenage partying and dating new boyfriend Oscar Nero. But it got worse when Nell schemed to get Carly arrested and locked up in Ferncliff. Josslyn was glad when her mother was released, but then her relationship with Oscar took a turn when he dumped her out of nowhere. She found a sympathetic shoulder to cry on in Cameron and enlisted him to pretend to be her boyfriend to make Oscar jealous. Unfortunately, Cam actually had genuine feelings for her and after a while came clean that Oscar was just pushing her away because he was dying of a brain tumor. Upset, Josslyn returned to Oscar to be by his side as he underwent experimental treatment to save his life, but despite everyone's best efforts, the boy passed away. Josslyn was heartbroken over losing Oscar and has struggled to get over it. And Sonny inviting Dev to stay with them complicated things further, as he soon became smitten with Josslyn, going so far as to steal her journal to forge an entry to show Cameron to convince him to back off. Joss, Trina, Cam, and Deb all agreed to attend the school dance as friends, but during the evening, Joss and Cameron stole away to share a kiss. Josslyn was later stunned when an explosion at the floating rib took Dev's life. Prom night was full of drama and heartbreak. ABC. Although Josslyn hoped to get into her first pick college, when she found out she'd been waitlisted, she eventually gave in and agreed to attend Port Charles University with Trina and get an apartment together. Finally, on the 4th of July, Joss and Cam realized that Dev had tried to push them apart and admitted their feelings, sharing a kiss. But Josslyn was not pleased when Spencer returned to Port Charles, first telling Trina his name was Victor. When Joey Novak gave Joss a message for Jason and Carly, Jacks began to fear for his daughter's safety. When Trina helped her friend make a special dinner for her father, Joss recognized Sonny's special sauce, which led to the discovery that he was alive and living in Nixon Falls with amnesia. Josslyn agreed to help Trina and Cam set a trap to catch Ava's stalkers, but they were disappointed when only Spencer confessed and he kept his girlfriend, Esme Prince, out of it. While on a weekend getaway before Spencer served his time for the stalking, Esme instigated a drinking game that humiliated Trina. But when Joss confronted Spencer about his girlfriend, he took Esme's side. Josslyn and Cameron decided to make love for the first time that night, but were unaware that Esme had set up a camera to record it. Worse still, she leaked it online and framed Trina for the whole thing. Josslyn assured Trina she knew she was innocent, and blasted Spencer for continuing to defend Esme. Stay tuned to see how Josslyn's story continues. Ad block test, why?